is the 14th of September, 2023, Thursday, 7 p.m. And this is another edition of Coffee Talk. Been a long day. Thank you for being here. Need to get the stream up. Please leave a like. The Bud Files, thank you for coming. Eight Grace, thank you. First like, thank you, Eight Grace. The Bud Files, hit that like button. It has been a day. Eight Grace and Hillbilly Josh, thank you for coming in, Hillbilly. I am showing 1 like and 5 in the house. I'd appreciate if you guys would hit the like button, please. That will help me out. 2 likes, thank you. It has been a day and I am tired. But I'm trying to live stream. The wife said, well, live stream less. I try to give it an hour. Prepping is something that you have to keep up with. Vay's Place, thank you for coming in, Vay. Appreciate you. I don't care who gave the second like. I got 3 or 4 people saying I gave the second like. I'm showing 2 likes up here right now. So, Vay's Place, thank you. And Black Guns and Gardens, thank you for coming in. Black Guns and Gardens. 3 likes, thank you. You see 4 now? Well, thank you. What's that Star Trek episode where Captain Picard's a prisoner? And then they're asking him about how many lights he sees, and the guy who's torturing him is trying to get him to say he sees a different number of lights than actually is there. You know, one of the torture techniques he used. And I see 4 lights. But that was one of those old Star Trek episodes. Has anybody been watching the Ahsoka series? Episode 5 dropped Tuesday, 6 p.m. I enjoyed it. It had Hayden Christensen come back. You know, a good chunk of the episode, Hayden Christensen played Anakin, basically teaching Ahsoka, you know, trying to, you know, teach her to be better and finish her training and all that stuff. It was enjoyable. Well, let's talk about prepping. Have you been prepping? Some people will go and buy their groceries and they say, well, these are preps. Well, they're groceries, you know. And they go into your pantry, they go into your, you know, your cupboards or whatever, you know, and you basically have food in there for your meals, you know, or different things. And those are, you can say that they are preps. But normally when I think about preps, I'm thinking about long-term storage for what happens if you can't go to the store. What happens if the power's not working? What happens if the water's not running? That's what I consider to be prepping. Ungrateful Peasant, thank you for coming in. Yeah, I did not I did not live stream yesterday. I usually do not live stream on Wednesdays, which is a church night. But also, I had open house last night, and I didn't get home to right at 7 o'clock. And it had been a full day. I'd been gone at 7 o'clock in the morning. I got home at 7. I was tired, and I did not feel like, I said, no, I did not feel like it. But thank you for coming in. And we are talking about prepping, and we are talking about preps. And I was saying I have 9 gallons of distilled water as well. Well, that's good, Vay. That'll last you a while. The other night I pulled out one of my 3 gallon. I'm getting weak in my old age. I pulled out one of my 3 gallon plastic jugs. They're stackable. I stack them 3 high. And I pulled one out, and I've got a stack of them over here. I mean, a nice stack of them. And my wife's saying, well, the water's getting a little low. Well, the water's not getting low, but I mean, we've been using a lot, and I've got to go replenish. That's something to think about. And I try to keep track and post the prices. I went on to Amazon, and I have 7 bottles of 5 gallon water since I've been here. Well, that's good, Grace. That's good. That's good. I was looking at Amazon. Right now, you can get a case of Warnick humanitarian HDRs, and I'm sure they're probably 3 or 4 years old. I'm sure that they're 3 or 4 years old. You can get a case right now for $35, and I'm going to order a couple of those cases. And then I'm going to we'll do a video, or maybe it'll be on a live, or it'll be on a video, or a combination, whatever, where I'm going to pull them out and just show you what's in there. And then we'll talk about prices if you buy the individual components. But that stuff lasts forever. It lasts a long time. Just don't let it get hot. Keep it out of the heat. Keep it air conditioned. Keep it climate controlled, and it'll be good for a long time. But we were talking about what you need to be doing. And one of the things that you need to be doing is you need to be looking at, what do you use? Are you buying what you use? Are you replacing what you use? Do you have depth in what you use? Rotate it. Things that you're going to eat, things that you use. Have spares. They say 1 is none, 2 is 1. But you want to have quantities. Well, what happens if I can't go to the store for 6 months? Am I going to be eating 6 months from now? I will. And I'll be eating similar to what I eat now. And then I will probably play with some freeze-dried food, and I'll probably pull out some rations, Got cases of stuff. And there are things that I need to buy. There are things I need to buy. And I will do that. Wayne the Ungrateful Peasant was saying, you got the next couple of months to start looking at stuff, start buying things that you need, get spares of things that you need. What if something breaks? That's a smart man, very smart young man, and he served our country, and thank him for his service, and his wife, and but the other thing that you really need to look at is you need backup. You need backup. You need to have friends or family, in-laws, outlaws. Who's going to back you up when things get rough? Who's going to be there? What can they contribute? What is the plan? I've heard Lee talk, Cold War prepper. I've heard him talk about a cul-de-sac that they, live. They have a cul-de-sac. There's a group of houses there, and how they would basically defend that cul-de-sac. And you'd have people that would basically be on guard duty. Constantly, you'd have people on guard duty, rotating through guard duty. My freeze-dried foods are food that I cooked myself. Had a meal off the pork loin and sliced the rest up to put in the freeze dryer. The pears I harvested as well. That's good. Very great. Great. 6 in the house, 5 likes. A little slow tonight. I didn't post on my community wall. I didn't post a bunch of stuff on my community wall. When you don't remind people, when you don't shout people out, sometimes they forget. They got stuff going on. Everybody's got stuff going on, And I got a box in today. I need to do an unboxing of it. My friends in Georgia, Guru Dave and Wahoo the Turtle, and Echo, Living My Best Life at 60, sent me a real nice big box of stuff. I look forward to opening that up, and I'll do it in the video, and probably do I'll do an unboxing on the video of it. And but you have to be prepared. You have to plan. Everybody in your group, your family, your immediate family, or whoever's in your group, your wife, your husband, everybody needs to know what the plan is. KP Heathen, thank you for coming in. Everybody needs to know what the plan is. And the saying, well, what happens if something happens and you're taken out of the picture? Does the family know where your preps are? Do they know where the stash is? Do they know what the plans are? Can they carry on? Is there depth in leadership? 7 in the house, 7 likes. What are we going to do? Good thing I don't have anyone living with me, LOL. Well, everybody needs somebody. I'm sure you've got some people. Hopefully. I'd hate to think you're alone. Do you have your medicine? Do you have a supply of your medicine? How much of a supply of medicine do you have? If you have to take maintenance medication, how much of it do you have? Do you have spare? Can you get it? I was talking to somebody. Well, things go real bad. Everybody's dying. Hopefully I can go raid a nursing home for medication. That's their plan, Go raid a nursing home for medication. A bunch of dead people in there probably decomposing. Be like the end of the world smell-wise. Then you want to go in there and raid the place. Okay. Yeah, LOL. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm tired. Been a day. I could tell you stories about work. I had a visit today from some of the uppers. How's it going? And I told them. SG, thank you for coming in. SG. I told them. Yes, cold medication. If you can get some antibiotics, getting what they call fish antibiotics, getting antibiotics that they sell over at like Tractor Supply. It's the same thing that humans take, and you can get it without a prescription. Having some of that on hand. Good idea. Bus stop. Thank you for coming in, bus stop. Thank you. 8 in the house, 8 likes. Uh, um, but you know, they come in. They're making the rounds. They're making the rounds. They come in. How's it going? Well, I scared them a little bit. It's like, can we go outside and talk? I had a teacher assistant in the room, you know, and I had another teacher assistant who is pregnant, and she wound up going to the doctor today, and she's, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But Old Fart Gaming, thank you for coming in. Thank you for the short stop by. Appreciate you. 11 in the house, 9 likes. Old Fart, if you haven't given me a like, please leave me a like. I'm showing 9. Let's hit number 10. Marie Holiday, thank you for coming in, Marie. I get headlines, I get news headlines, stuff happening, and people just are freaking out over certain things, and they're just obsessing with certain things. I mean, I'm sick and tired of hearing about Hunter Biden. You know, you hear about Hunter Biden. You know, oh, they're persecuting him. Oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, they're out to get him because of his father. You know, oh, he's an SOB. I mean, all you hear is one side or the other complaining about Hunter Biden. I'm sick and tired of hearing about Hunter Biden. You know. Joshua Humphrey, thank you for coming in, Joshua Humphrey. I'd like to hear about nice things, positive things. I don't want to hear about you know, we prepare for tragedy and we prepare for things to happen. We prepare for storms, you know, emergencies and such. And I truly believe everybody's going to experience those. Are they going to experience the end of the world, you know, as we know it? I don't know. But you better be prepared for power outages. You better be prepared for the water to be turned off. You better be prepared, you know, to go for a week old school. You better be able to heat water. You better have spare water. You better have spare food. You know, you better have your medication and such. Esobar, Rebar. Rebar. I'm sorry, I don't intend to butcher anybody's name. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in, young lady. Esor, leave comments on my video. So, positive note, each day you wake up and are able to get out of bed is a blessing. Oh, amen, amen, amen. That is true. I tell people that. How's it going? Well, I'm blessed. I woke up today. You know, I'm here. I have my mind, mostly. I mostly have my mind. Look at all, you know, I mean, I'll say something else about the way the country's going. Look at all these politicians, Republican, Democrat, I don't care what party you're talking about, all these 80-plus-year-old politicians that are losing their mind. You've got Mitch McConnell, and he has these brain freezes like Biden does. They're both past 80. And he's standing there, and all of a sudden he just like has a brain fart. And then they start looking at him, and maybe we need to take a break. Let's go over here and take a break, you know. And he comes back later on. He says, "Oh, I'm fine. You know, nothing happened." They lie. Don't say nothing happened, you know. Um, and then yes, buy MREs. Marie, I was saying I'm going to. I was looking on Amazon. You can get Warnick Company humanitarian daily rations right now, $35 for a case of 10, and they'll be 4 or 5 years old. But if they've been stored properly, they'll be great, and they'll last. They'll be good another 20 years. You know, very good price. I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some more, and I'm basically just gonna take it as an opportunity to just break down a case and show you what all is in the case. We're just gonna open up all 10 24-hour rations and sort it out and tell you what had happened. Look at the stuff, and then we'll talk about prices and how much you're saving by buying a case like that. Because when you start buying individual components, what you can buy, you know, and such, I mean, it adds up, and you're getting a lot more for your money than you think. Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in. But like I was saying, you know, you got a bunch of older people who mentally are Fishing Queen. Thank you for coming in, Fishing Queen. You've got a bunch of older people who are not there. They're not where they used to be, and they don't want to give up power. They don't want to. They don't want to stop, retire. You know, I'm 61 years old, and people say, "Well, you're young." Well, I'm not. I'm not that old, but I'm getting old. You know, I'm not that old. I can't do what I used to do physically. I mean, I used to be into martial arts, and I used to practice, and I would do forms, and I would do, you know, I'd spar, and I would work with kids and such. And my range of motion's not what it used to be. My muscle memory's not. You know, you practice and you repeatedly do forms or kata, whatever you want to call it, and you do repetitive stuff in order to develop muscle memory, so that you don't even think about it, like a block or a counter or whatever you do. It just it comes without thinking, and speed has to be part of that, because the idea with martial arts a lot of times is, you know, block and counter. You know, when they attack, they also leave themselves open for a counter, and the idea being that you need to speedily block whatever they're throwing at you and then come back at them. You know, and then another thing I will tell you, yeah, octogenarians, you know, all these old 80-year-old people, you know, running things. But you need to be able to practice every day, exercise every day, walk every day. Your mind, read, you know, eat healthy, drink healthy, and yeah, things will expire, like nuts and such. There are certain things, but I mean, really, an MRE will last you 20 years if you keep it, you know, in a climate-controlled area. You know, temperature is what kills MREs, a lot of stuff. But I've I've eaten stuff that's very easily 12, 13 years old and just fine. Sometimes, you know, you got to watch out with coffee, certain coffees. You got to look at the stuff. You got to smell the stuff, you know, and check for delamination, and, you know, if you got anything that's bloating or whatever. You got to check that stuff. Um, um, but then, you know, I'll also tell you, um, a lot of times when they talk about uh, dates, they're Best Buy dates. They don't mean like, oh well, the date came and then, because like I'll give you a perfect example. Milk. We drink lots of milk. 2% milk. And the dates sometimes are out. The professor plays games. Let me look at this one here. 54 subscribers, no videos. Just having fun playing games with my mates and chasing dreams. Just an ordinary. I tell you what, I am going to subscribe you and I'm going to post you on the stream. And I'm going to give you a standard moderator. Be on your best behavior and you will keep it. Yeah, also like I was saying about milk. It has an expiration date on it where it says, a lot of times it'll be good 2 weeks afterwards. Now, will it be good 2 months afterwards? No. And then you also know when it starts smelling, you do the smell test, when it starts going bad, or you take a little sip of it, and it's sort of souring, it's not good. But I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go out right when it says, oh, the expiration date. Likewise, when it comes to canned goods, doesn't mean when, you get the Best Buy date or whatever, that doesn't mean that it's going to be bad 2 weeks later or a month later, That stuff can last years later. Just depends on, what's the conditions in which it's being stored. Ohio. You live in Ohio, Vay? There are so many people up in Ohio. So many of the channels that I friends and such are up in Ohio. And and bust up. You want somebody to send you some MREs and such. Son, I will get around to sending you some stuff. I'm gonna need to wind up having an address. You're going to need to email me an address, and when I get a chance, I'll send you some stuff. I know you want somebody to send you something other. I'll send you some stuff, son. Well, so like I was saying, code here. Where are you at that it's cold, Fishing Queen? I will post you on my community wall, Professor, when I get a chance. It'll probably be this weekend. I've got to do a bunch of community wall posts. I'll also post some pictures. Unseasonably warm here. Yes, the weather. Another thing. Oh, God. I hear people talk about it's the end of the world, climate change. It was global warming. And then it's like, well, they can't keep that global warming thing going because realistically, it's not record heat. Yeah, it's hot, but it's been hot every bloody year. It gets over 100 degrees here in Victoria every year for a couple of months. Oh, it's global warming. Please, oh please. Sure. Yeah. If you want to link it, link it. I have no problem supporting other people's stuff. Feel free to. The Memes, hi. How's it going? Thank you for coming in. This is the low power. This is the low power live stream. Right now, low power. I will say that it is a good idea to shop around, look around for deals. I try to buy when I can get a good deal. And I think about, am I going to use this at some point? Do I need this at some point? It's on my list of things to do to buy a couple extra manual can openers. I'm going to buy several of these. I'm going to buy several more of these. My wife tells me, you need to start sending out better stuff in your boxes. Your boxes aren't as good as they were. Please. I pretty much send out the same stuff. I was sending out, I was giving out some stuff that I had extras of, and hundreds back, several hundred back, and I'd give out some stuff that I'm not giving out now. But I do try to send out and give out good stuff. I mean, I could start giving out Zippos as far as that goes, put a Zippo in there. Hey, Aiden A1K Gaming. Thank you for coming in, Aiden A1K Gaming. Bus stop, I think somebody is putting some questionable stuff in here. It might be time for you to do your thing, son. I got a rocket stove. Those are good. Yes, a rocket stove is good. Trondoxy Jr. Oh, the Memies. Thank you for taking care of that one, the Memies. I thought it would be bus stop. Somebody put something up about oh, and there was another one. Oh, wow. Yeah, the trolls are starting to show up. A few trolls tending the house. But you talk about little things that you use for preps. The ultimate survival tips. I get lots of good stuff. Inexpensive stuff. Hey, Lens. A tiny survival guide. And it'll give you some information, and you'll get some useful information. I mean, you want to have books, magazines, books, stuff that if the computer goes out, if the power goes out, if there was an EMP, you want stuff like that. I get all sorts of neat little stuff. I buy neat little stuff. I'll show you something else. Sitting here. MRE extras. I get lots. I've bought lots of stuff from foreignmre.com in the past. Ah! It's full. All sorts of teas, all sorts of, you know, Russians, beverages, different types of stuff. Asian. You know, I get lots of, I got tons of this stuff. You know, I got tons of it. I mean, beverages, I could probably, you know, I could keep 20, 30 people going for a year on beverages and powders and such. Just a small little quantity. It's like a neat thing because I've got the, you know, I've got the, you know, I collect all sorts of stuff. And you gotta have all the basics. Smith & Wesson, $25. Guided Academy. You can break glass. You can cut a cord. It's got a nice $25. Smith & Wesson. It's got a clip on it. If you don't have a good pocket knife, you need a couple of good pocket knives. Hey, the professor plays games. Thank you. Young man works with me. Excellent teacher. For you to try or to keep. Thank you. And I also repay people for their kindness. Tomorrow's Friday. I may bring some tacos. What flavor of taco do you like? I'll try to remember to get you a taco. And please call me David. Somebody that works with me. I've got kids that follow me that are like, you know, young, very, very, very young people that follow me. They're like 20, 22 years old. That occasionally they'll pop up, you know, one of my videos and say hi. And nice, very nice young people, hardworking people that are struggling. You know, so many people are struggling these days. Jocelyn's Vlog of Taiwan. Jocelyn, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you. 13 in the house. Jocelyn has an excellent channel. Tacos are the best. Whatever you get, I know your taste is impeccable. Well, I'll stop at. I'll try to stop at Speedy Stop, and I'll get a selection. Like we'll get some. I love bean, egg, and cheese. You know, you can't beat good bean, egg, and cheese with some chipotle or something other on it. But I don't want to start talking about tacos. Actually, this evening I was telling my wife, I said, you know, bring me. Bad Body, Not So Fit, thank you for coming in. Cold War Prepper, Lee, thank you for coming in. I was telling the wife, I'd like a Whataburger all the way with cheese, with jalapenos. And then get me some of that spicy ketchup for my fries. I mean, I've just I've got the flavor for that right now. But I was talking to the folks at work today, and I support, you know, my philosophy is I support those who support me. We have to support each other. We have to back each other up. We have to help each other. You know, as a good Christian, we have to practice what we preach. And what would the Lord want us to do? I was over in one of the other classrooms today, and I was speaking with a couple of the teachers there. And you know, I'm new, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I'm trying to get straightened out. You know, they keep making changes. They keep asking for more training and such. I may wind up killing this weekend trying to get some required modules out of the way. Just trying to being able to access it to where you can get to, you know, trying to figure out how to get access to it. And just DJ64. Let me look at your channel, DJ64. 78 subscribers, 24 videos. You seem to have some interesting stuff with parrots. I'm going to subscribe your channel, DJ64, and you are DJ Truffle Shuffle. Okay. DJ Truffle Shuffle. I'm going to give you a blue moderator's wrench. Let me share you out. Thank you for coming in, Lee, the Cold War Prepper. And where are you back at? Here, come on, there we go. And I will give you a standard moderator wrench. You are now a standard moderator on my channel. Be on your best behavior, please. Jocelyn, thank you for coming in. Lee, thank you for your service. And thank y'all for being here. 7 in the house, 16 likes. This is a slow day. I'm basically on low power right now. I will tell you, and I will try to do videos on it. I've got to do an unboxing of a Blue Eddy 12-volt battery system that I have, a little solar generator. I need to do a unboxing. My friends Guru Dave and Echo, Guru and Wahoo the Turtle, and Living My Best Life at 60 sent me a real nice box. I've got to do an unboxing of that. A lot of good stuff in it, I'm sure. I had sent them a box recently. Is it storming where you are? I've heard it's going to rain, but I really haven't seen any. Lee, I haven't seen any. I mentioned you earlier as far as, you know, you're trying to develop a group and, you know, people, you know, mutual support, and, you know, things got hairy, what y'all would do. And thank you for posting out channels, Little Lone Prepper. I appreciate that. Texas isn't what it used to be. It used to be called the Great State, but I don't know. Things are not what they used to be. Looks like we're down to just a couple of people in the house right now. And it's been one of those days. And I am tired. I really am tired. Let's see. I have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I've had 23 in here tonight, other than a few trolls that we had to get rid of. 45 minutes into the stream. I will try to come back tomorrow for another live stream, 7 p.m. And I need to step my game up. I do better when I've been rested. I don't work this weekend, and I'm going to do a lot of posting on my community wall. I'll try to do some shorts, put some shorts up. Now is the time before things get really bad. Now is the time to be buying preps. Now is the time to be stocking up on water, stocking up on food, stocking up on fuel, making sure you've got pet food, chicken feed, whatever you need to do. Trondoxy Jr. Hello, Trondoxy Jr. Let me look at your channel. 3 subscribers, 12 videos. It looks like you put up some humor stuff. Well, I tell you what, Trondoxy Jr., I will link you up on my community wall, share you out. And I will put you up here on my stream. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I am going to go to bed. I'll probably be eating the Whataburger with cheese and jalapenos all the way before I do. But I am tired. It has been a day. And I do appreciate y'all coming in. I practice the Boy Scout motto to be prepared. And my philosophy is be prepared. And I also tell people to have a blessed day. It is important to do that. Let me get your Gmail address. Okay, well, it's in all my videos, and it's always in the description of my channel. It's David, D-A-V-I-D, O as in Odom, Lynn, L-Y-N-N, at gmail.com. I can go ahead and spell it out for you. D-A-V-I-D-O-L-Y-N-N at Gmail. Send me your address. I just put that up there. Oh, thank you. Little Lone Purple, thank you. You beat me to the punch, lady. I am slow tonight. And yeah, I gotta change my game up a little bit on what I send out, you know, and I need to send out, you know, more variety or good little stuff. I send out lots of knickknacks. I send out things that I use, and I use lots of it, and I keep lots of it. I send out that kind of stuff. And I could probably upgrade and send out a better first aid kit. I send out a boo-boo kit, you know. I could send out a better first aid kit. And yeah, bad times. We live in bad times. And I'm glad you were in the Scouts. I was a Scout. And I learned a lot from the Scouts. I learned a lot from my parents. Taught me a lot. My father taught me a lot. My uncle taught me a lot. That was the greatest generation. That World War II generation was the greatest generation. I know it was, Lee. I'm, you know, and bless you. You know, you stayed with it to become a Eagle Scout. I mean, it takes a while. I got messed up, when my father passed away, and I didn't stay with it, you know. I had the benefit of being in a transition um, generation. So I grew up with horses, donkeys. We had chickens. We had goats. I learned to hunt. I learned to fish. Oh, my father, I can put my hand in scripture. I never knew anybody that could fish like my father. Hunting, he, they made fun of him when it came to hunting. But fishing, he was the fish whisperer. He could fish. I'm sure you're very proud of your son. Sounds like you really raised him well, and I tell you what, getting to that level and being able to do that, very few people can do that. Yes, bad times. Um, I've been watching a lot of videos, and there've been a lot of stuff on about criminals, and they don't have any conscience. They don't think, about collateral damage. You get these idiots. They go by and they shoot. They can't hit the side of a barn, and some little old lady or some child gets hit. You know. And there are places where they're constantly shooting it out, and shooting at each other. It's like the Old West, and usually a lot of collateral damage. And then you get these idiots who decide they want to, well, I don't like black people. Well, I don't like Jewish people. I don't like this, and I don't like that, and I don't like Hispanics, and I don't like, GD. Do you like anybody? And then they, go and they want to kill people. Some of these, some nut, he was a Nazi, went and killed three black people, and I think he shot himself, or maybe he might have given himself up. I don't remember. It was, a couple weeks, 3 weeks ago. I didn't really see that much about it, but just idiots. Stupid people. I grew up. I grew up around. When I was growing up, I grew up sort of like colorblind in a lot of ways. My father's best friend, my father's name was William, and his best friend was a black man that was about his age, and his name was William, Will Allen. Just call him Uncle Willie. I thought he was my uncle. He gave me my first wallet with some money in it. Way back when, back in the 60s. Little kid. And, yeah, I don't play well with idiots either, Lee. I don't. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated, and I try to be kind to people. Somebody could fall and hurt themselves, and it happens occasionally, especially like if it's cold and frozen outside, they fall. You get these idiots that would be laughing. Somebody got hurt, seriously hurt, and they're laughing. You think you should laugh when somebody gets hurt? It could be your mother or your father, or it could be you. I wouldn't laugh at them. I'd try to help them. But there are people like that. That's their mentality. There's no Christianity in a lot of these people. So anyway, we're closing in on an hour. I'll try to be here for another 5 minutes and try to make it to an hour. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, homeschooling is good. We might wind up doing that with my grandkids when my daughter has some. For me to have grandkids, I'd be happy to help educate them. My mother and my father were both born on farms. or ranches, or whatever you want to call it. They weren't born in a hospital. Um, yeah, I have very little tolerance for a lot of folks. Flame Fox, thank you for coming in, Flame Fox. Let's check out your channel. 67 subscribers. No, 67 subscribers, 63 videos. Let me subscribe your channel. Flame Fox, I'm now subscribed to your channel. And it's JOSH Murr, MURR Q. Is that 12GF? Let me link your channel. This is a link to Flame Fox. And Flame Fox, I'm going to go ahead and give you a standard moderator. Be on your best behavior, please, so I don't have to take it away. 20 likes, 3 in the house. I'd like to see you do a ration review, Lee. Maybe I'll send you a nice ration. And SD Mountain Man, thank you for coming in. Scott, thank you for coming in. If you are not connected to SD Mountain Man has an excellent channel. Thank you for your service to our country. And yeah, it's been a long day. I'm tired. I've been working for the last month, and I'm tired. And still trying to get straightened out. Still don't have access to gradebook, which is on, computerized. Still trying to, I can't do attendance online. I can't do a discipline referral online. So much stuff that I don't have access to. And they keep piling on stuff that they want you to do. Claudette, thank you for coming in, Claudette. Good to see you, young lady. Another good channel. Good supporter. Yes, Lee puts out excellent content. He puts it out consistently. I truly enjoy watching his content. I don't watch as much of it as I used to, because I just don't have time. I don't watch as much of anybody as I used to. I used to watch just about everything that Uncle Al would put out. If I watch 2 or 3 videos a week, that's amazing right now. And thank you for coming in, Claudette. But I'm going to need to, next time we can talk, I'm probably going to need to get your mailing address, Lee, and I'll send you something other, and hopefully I can get you to do a ration review. You ought to watch Uncle Al do a ration review. I've sent him a couple of rations, and sent him a few rations, and more than once. And for him doing a ration review is funny to watch. When he's opening stuff up, and then he's, he's hilarious when he's working with crackers. He reels MRE crackers. He's, just to take a bite, the thing crumbles all up on him, and he's like, oh! I'm not making fun of him, but I mean, it's like funny to watch. So, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've had 26 of my friends in this evening. Flame Fox, I'm the only one who's not a moderator in here. LOL. No, that's not true, Flame Fox. You're a moderator. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Mike Crusher Reviews. Thank you for coming in, Mike. An excellent ration channel. He does excellent reviews. He has excellent stuff. And he puts together a custom ration that if you were going to buy it, it'd probably be about $50 for what all is in that thing. I really enjoy watching him. Like I said, Mike, I'm a review behind. I don't think I've watched your latest. And hoping to get a new one up tomorrow. Well, I got to watch one this weekend because I know I'm already one behind. Thank you for posting some channels for me, Claudette. Little Lone Prepper was doing that earlier. I appreciate you. Somebody was asking about, sending stuff out of the country. I've sent a few packages out of the country, and it's usually 3 or 4 times as much to send the same thing. I sent 1,300 and 1,400 out, and I paid a little over $15. Try sending something out of Canada, it's over 60. For basically the same thing. And it is what it is, And luckily, these people have been getting their packages. I sent Mike's out, and it took him 3 weeks to get it. And I thought, well, good Lord Almighty, what happened? But I think he lives somewhere around where some of that stuff was happening with the trains and such. And I think that might have had something to do with it. But his package showed up by Pony Express. He got to pet the horse, 3 weeks. It said in transit Dallas, and that's all it said for like going on 3 weeks. Brain Splatter Gaming. Let me check your channel out. Brain Splatter Gaming, you have 127 subscribers and 172 videos. I'm going to subscribe your channel. And I'm going to link your channel. And you're getting started gaming 6236. I sometimes have trouble trying to put these channels up on my community wall. Have a hard time finding them. You are now linked, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a standard moderator. Please be on your best behavior. There is going to be a purge of blue wrenches from my channel. I've got a lot of lurkers that come in. They get access to my channel. I give them standard moderator, and they come in and lurk. And by lurking, I never get any watch time from them. They come in, and then they'll try to connect and contact channels that are in here, trying to get new channels, but they don't give me any watch time. All you need to do is leave me one like, leave me one comment. Even if you don't leave me a like, you leave me a comment, and I will get your view time. And I'm not asking for that much. Walter, thank you for coming. Appreciate you, Walter. Walter Davis, another good channel. Walter, I am behind. I've seen you posted some stuff, and I truly enjoy your stuff, and I just have not been able to go to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, God bless your mother. Enjoy your time with your mom. Mine's been gone for a long time. I was a late life baby. My mother was 40 when she had me. She lived to be past 80. But she and my father were married for 21 years before they had me. She was 19. My father was 29. My father was 50 when I was born. My mother was 40. I'm an only child. Flame Fox, you're a girl. Well, thank you for coming in. It says Josh Murr, Josh Murr, Murr. Well, hi. Okay. I will try to be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll try to put up a post. letting y'all know that I'm doing a live stream tomorrow. And this weekend I'll try to put up a bunch of stuff on my community wall. Shout y'all out. I appreciate you coming in. Please always remember the Boy Scout motto, to be prepared. I believe in preparedness. That's what prepping's about. Everybody have a blessed day, and thank y'all for coming.